Hello and welcome to my F1 25 driver career mode here today for part 17 for the Italian Grand Prix. Before we go into the race weekend mode, we have a regulation change to the aero for the 2026 season, so we've managed to save all the parts for that, so we'll see what happens next season, whether we are a bit more competitive. Come into qualifying now into the parabolic on the Contreras. To the line, we've gone a little bit wide there, and our first one is going to put us P16. Got the best of laps there as we go for it again, and we didn't improve on those tyres. So at the end of the session we've gone for another run. We've found nearly half a second on this lap, two personal best sectors as we come up to the line now. We've gone P8, but we're going to drop down to P12. So this is the grid then ahead of the Italian Grand Prix. Lando Norris just beats the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc to pole by 1.5 tenths. Then it's Lewis Hamilton and Sonny Hayes, Antonelli and Piers, Albon and Sainz, the two Williams. Then it's Hadjar and Hulkenberg, Ocon, and we drop down to P12, George and Gasly, Behrman and Max Verstappen, Doohan and Bortoletto, Tsunoda and Piastri, and on the final row of the grid are the two Aston Martins headed by Fernando Alonso. So we're here on the grid now, where just before the race there is a quick shower. That means the track is a bit damp and we're being forced here to start on the wet tyres. We can't change them to dries, but there's no rain coming down, so it may just be right on the crossover, so we're going to be forced to start on the intermediates. So let's see what happens. This then is everyone starting the formation lap, and everyone apart from us two RBs are on dry tyres. There's quite a big mix of mediums and hards. This could either be the best strategy call in the world or the worst strategy call in the world. It's not meant to rain, it's just a bit damp, so we could be in trouble here, but we'll have to wait and see when those lights go out in a couple of seconds time as we find our grid spot ahead of the penultimate round of the season here at Monza. As the two Aston Martins find their grid spots and the race can start. The 5 red lights come on here in Monza. They're out and we're racing, and we've got a fairly decent start to those around us, but we've been boxed in a bit here for our teammate and the Sauber of Hulkenberg. We're 3 wide in front of us. We're looking to try and find a gap, and Hadjar has gone all the way around the outside of everyone in front of us. We're now wheel to wheel with our pass as we go round the outside, try and get the exit there, and we've got a great exit, and we're storming past the Williams of Albon. And now we're going to have a look at the Sauber of Hulkenberg. We're on the grass though, and we take it to the inside, and we may get the other Williams of Sainz in the process as well. We've got great grip. Maybe this wasn't a bad choice, being on the inters in the opening couple of corners. It's our teammate now, Hadjar, who's on the back of Antonelli going down towards the Hiscari chicane, and he gets the job done on the Italian at his home Grand Prix, his second home Grand Prix of the season, after we were in Imola in the opening couple of rounds of the season. But now Antonelli's got a good run here, and he's going to try and take him back as we come under pressure from the Williams of Albon. Albon backs out of that one, but it looks like Antonelli is still trying to find a way past Hadjar there. Hadjar keeps him behind for now, but Antonelli's going at it. We ran a bit wide, and Albon now is through on us, and we'll run out of the LRS, and now we're going to have to do it late on the brakes. There's yellow flags in front. There's a big engine failure for someone there. And slowing down is the APXGP of Sonny Hayes. He's had some great races in the last couple. As now Antonelli does a job. We try to get our teammate, but we're going to have to back out of that one, because the VSC has been deployed, and now if it stays out, we're going to pick 4 dry tyres. There is the part to APXGP of Sonny Hayes. he stays over. Bit of a shame for him after 2 strong races, the win at Silverstone and a good showing last time out at Spa as well. But annoyingly, they pulled his car out of the way quite quickly, so the VST is going to be in by the time we've been able to get anywhere near the pits. But now we're pressuring our teammate here to go to the outside of him, and we're going to try and go around the outside. We're still though going to pit at the end of this lap. As we nearly drop it, the grip is starting to go on these tyres. 3 laps in, the dries are starting to take over a bit, so we're going to be in. We're going to drop all the way to last. We're going to need a safety car, hopefully, to get ourselves back into this race. But we were going to lose time potentially anyway, so the inters will go off. The dry, hard tyres will go on, and now we'll just see how far we can take these tyres. It's going to be pretty difficult to get them to the end, so let's just see how far we can take them. This is Hadjar now though, coming under pressure once more by Antonelli, and re-overtaking Antonelli into the Parabolica after nursing the tyres a couple of laps. He's still going strong on the Inter, very much on the crossover points, but when everyone else is on dries and you run into, you either do something right or you do something wrong. It's now Antonelli tries to re-overtake Hadjar here into the first chicane. Round the outside, can Antonelli get the exit? No, he can't. The dries seem to be the best, but look at the gap he's pulled. It's just out of the traction zones where it's really the issue for the dry tyres. As George has lost it, can he keep it out the barrier? No, he's hit the barrier, has George. Front wing damage surely. Now he's facing the wrong way and he keeps turning left into the barrier. Not really too sure what he's doing here. He's stuck. As we go through past him, we've overtaken someone, and that is the most ideal situation in the world. The safety car is out. That's going to bring us back to play as George decides to take the Lance Stroll line to find his way back onto the track through the gravel. He is going to have to pit for a new front wing. He so nearly caught it, but just lit up the rears, kept his foot in and hit the barrier. As now we're at the end of lap 7, everyone is in pretty much for what's probably going to be their one and only stop of the day. Everyone is in. Leclerc is in. Some of those have stayed out though. Hadjar is in, and this could be a great bit of strategy here for us. It could be on for a podium if they get this stop right, as it's a bit slow. But what are we doing? It's a Ferrari strategy from us, because they put Hadjar on another set of inters. He's going to have to stop again at some point. That's completely screwed his chances of a good result. He was on for his best result of the season. It's been awful for him. We've completely outclassed him. We just beat Albon to turn 1, so now this is everyone behind the safety car now. And from P3 off into the pits goes Hadjar. They've completely screwed up his race as the strategy there. The Ferrari strategy doesn't even touch how badly we've messed him up there. He was on for one of his best results of the season. He's been struggling so much in that car, and now he's starting at dead last, and for once has been nearly at the back of Piers. He's all on us once more, as the safety car is turning at the end of this lap, at the end of lap 11. 16 laps to go when we cross the line. It's going to be Leclerc. He will get this race up and running again. It's a Ferrari 1-3 now. And we get a great run on Piers, and we get the job done on him now. And now we're in the slipstream just off the cars in front, and we're going for a lunge on Hamilton, on Lando Norris, and find ourselves in P2 in this race on the podium, looking for our second podium of the season after Silverstone. But we haven't got the pace of these cars. That was just an unbelievable lunge, and we've run a little bit wide. We took a bit of the grass, and Lando Norris are just going to power past us, and so is Lewis Hamilton. Like, we're not even there, and instantly we're off the podium and back down into P4. And now we're going to be left defending Piers. All that stuff we just gained in towards turn 1 has instantly been lost. Piers has got us, and now we're going to try and hold it around the outside. Can we do it? Try and find the traction. We've lost out to Piers, so now we may lose out to the Williams of Albon. It's a drag race down now towards turn 1 as Hamilton is trying to find a way past Lando Norris to make it a Ferrari 1-2. We're going to now go late on the brakes and re-overtake Piers there as Hamilton does do Lando Norris around the outside. Now lap 13. We couldn't stick with those in front, we were just keeping Piers at bay, but here he is this time, getting the job done us into the Ascari chicane. And that Apex has come on so strong in the last couple of races, and really we don't have the pace of them. It's become under pressure from Antonelli, and Antonelli's got us fairly easily as well. That Mercedes not been very strong this season, but we've just started to go backwards. It's a bit like it was back in Spa last time out. I've become under pressure from the Sauber as well, but we're going to go for another lunge down the inside. We can't get Antonelli. We're going to go round the outside, try and keep the Sauber of Hulkenberg behind, which we do, and Hulkenberg there lost a bit of ground, and we are through. Double on the lap on lap 14. Hulkenberg sticking with us, and he's got us there, going down the back straight, but we're going to be late on the brakes. Have him back down the inside at Ascari chicane, retake that place, and now we might be under pressure from the Alpine of Gasly. Hulkenberg, he's going to try and go round the outside at the Parabolica. Hulkenberg's not feeling it, he backs out of that one. We've gained a little bit of time there as Gasly boxes at the end of that lap to make what I'm assuming is his second stop of the day, and we're still fighting the Sauber of Hulkenberg here. And this time he's got us, we can't go for the lunge back down the inside at the Ascari chicane. That job is done, and now we're coming into pressure from the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, the now 5-time champion Max Verstappen, after wrapping up the title last time out at Spa. As we swap on the dummy, re-overtake both of them there, keep that place, and now Max can't get the exit to get past the Sauber, as now we continue to stay out, and they are both in, and we're in the lead of the race, but we've been caught by Fernando Alonso, who started this race 19th and finds himself in the lead, so something's gone well for him, but he's still yet to pit, I believe, as we come into the pits now for our second stop of the day. We're going to be going on to a set of the mediums, just 8 laps to go now on these tyres. We've taken these tyres, these hard tyres, very deep into this race. They were starting to go off a bit, but now as it's slow on the rear left, we're going to be able to get to the end of the race now. Hopefully push a bit and get ourselves up. Just behind us is Yuki Tsunoda in the Red Bull car we're hoping to be in one day, as we've lost so much time. Hulkenberg's going through turn 1. We've lost so much time here in this race, just laying out a couple extra laps compared to Hulkenberg. And now we've got to get our way back through the field to get back up into the points. And now it's going to start by overtaking George Russell around the outside into the second chicane. We've cut it there a bit, but we had the job done before the chicane. George trying to get his way back through the field after hitting the barrier and bringing out that safety car early on in this race. That really helped us out, and he's trying to get us back now. Is he feeling going round the outside at the Parabolica? No, he's not. He backs out of that one. lives to fight another day in it, and we're just trying to get close to this train in front, but George isn't having any of it, and he's going to have us back here going down the pit straight. I think he's got us, I think we're just about still alongside him, but we're going to keep it to the inside. George has to back out of it, we keep that place, and they're all over the road in front of us, and we've caught the back of them, and we're going for a lunge to the inside of the Williams off sights, and we get the job done there as Sonoda does. George round the outside, and I've got a great run on the Aston Martin off Fernando Alonso, and we're going to look to go to the inside here at the second chicane. We get the job done on Alonso, that puts us up into P9, we're back into the points now, and now can we hunt down the McLaren of Oscar Piastri going down towards the Hescari chicane. We're going to try and swap in the dummy here, and we're going to go round the outside of the Hescari chicane, get the job done. These medium tyres are working, they're 3 wide in front of us. Verstappen, Ocon and Hulkenberg Max on the inside. Now we just need to pick our point to go sailing around the outside of Hulkenberg. Can we get the exit? He really had to back out of it, and we get the job done, going through the Curva Grande. And now can we get past the half of Ocon to the inside? A very late move, we get the job done there, and we're up now into P6 in this race. Max though started to pull away, of course he is in that Red Bull, we're not fighting that car, and now we're coming under pressure though from the half of Ocon, who wants that position back as Piastri gets the job done on Hulkenberg. Ocon has to back out of that one, and now can we start to pull away? And the answer is yes, just about. We were just keeping Ocon and Piastri at jabbing distance as Piastri gets the job done there on the half, and should really get us and get down the road here. His teammate currently P3 in this race. As Piastri gets us there, we're going to be 3 wide. Ocon on the inside, and both of them have got us, but we're going to go back down the inside, make it 3 wide, and get the places back from them, and take that P6 back. And now they're going to be wheel to wheel. We've pulled out a little gap again. Can Piastri have a go? No, we can't, and we broke the DRS and just about kept them outside the DRS. Now Piastri now towards the Parabolica gets the job done on Ocon or the Curva Alvareto, whatever you prefer, as they come out now, and now down the pit straight. Is Ocon going to have Piastri back here? Yes he is. He goes to the outside as they go flying down the straight, and he re-overtakes that McLaren there, and it's a big lock-up as well from Esteban Ocon, but he gets the job done and re-overtakes that McLaren. But Piastri's not having any of it. He's going to try and get this place back, finish P7 in this race, and he gets him round the outside of the final corner at the Parabolica. Does the McLaren, but now going on to the final lap of what's been a great race here at Monza. Ocon's going to have the McLaren back, and he gets the job done on Piastri. It's job done, but up front it's going to be another win at home for Leclerc, for Ferrari. It's a hat-trick of wins at Monza for the Monegas. Can Hamilton get past Lando here to make it a Ferrari 1-2? They're going to be racing to the line. To the outside goes Hamilton, and he beats Lando Norris on the line to make it a Ferrari 1-2, and we are just going to hold off Ocon to finish in a great P6.
What a performance! He's left the field behind. Charles Leclerc wins it.
To do it as a team on home soil, that really means something special, and you can see how much it means to them, the drivers involved as well. Great job by them today, of course, as always, but for the fans watching on too, a great display of teamwork here today.
Well, another edition of the podcast is complete. We wander from the cool-down room to celebrate things on the podium. And there can only be one on the top step. Today, his name is Charles Leclerc.
So that's been your Italian Grand Prix here at Monza. The Tifosi getting the perfect result, a 1-2 for the home team. A third win here at Monza for Charles Leclerc, with 2019 and last year 2024 Lewis Hamilton getting on the podium on Ferrari debut at Monza, just beating Lando Norris on the line to take that P2. Lando P3, Max P4, Antonelli rounds out the top 5, and we come home for a great P6. The Inters in the opening stages, questionably not the way to go, but the safety car from George brought us into play, and it's a great P6 for us today. Down at the back, Sonny Hayes was the only retirement today early on. Bit disappointing for him, and our teammate Hadjar was the biggest disappointment. We completely messed up his strategy. He could have got a podium today, potentially. Pitting in for another set of Inters under that safety car completely ruined his race, and he finished P18 in the end, with Gasly in P21, the final finisher of the day. In terms of the Drivers' World Championship, Max wrapped that up last time out at Spa. That win for Leclerc does mean his lead comes down to just 58 points. Leclerc extends his advantage though over Lando Norris, so with Lewis Hamilton beating Lando on the line, could very much help Leclerc out in the fight for P2. Hamilton is P4 and Yuki Tsunoda rounds out the top 5. That result for us and the non-scorer from Sonny Hayes means that we are just 4 points behind him now going into the final race. And then down at the back there's still multiple drivers still yet to score this season, and it's Bortoletto who is still bottom of the table. In terms of the constructors then, Red Bull very close to wrapping that up. 43 points is their gap to Ferrari. McLaren are P3, Mercedes are P4, APXGP jumped up in front of us last time out in Spa to take P5. We're down to P6, but we're just 9 points behind the American team. Sauber and Alpine have got one more chance to score points this season. So that's been your Italian Grand Prix race weekend. We go though to Brazil for the final round of the 2025 Formula 1 season, and the second and final sprint weekend of the season as well. We'll see you then. Goodbye.